What's up? My name is Sean. For the last year I've been living in this cool old van, but I'm not going to do it anymore. Plans have changed. Stick around and find out why. This is the LowRent VanLife. Well, like I say, my plans changed a little bit, and a few months back, 3-4 months ago, I was actually able to buy myself a new cool old van. So I moved out of that one and into this one, and it's been a good time. So I haven't done too much so far, a little bit. Been working my butt off, but it is the end of the season and it's starting to go a little bit slower. The colder it gets and the more other projects that have to be done before snow flies. So I just wanted to give you a quick little tour of what I've been up to for the second time since I did this once and then deleted everything on accident, trying to free up space. So anyway, here she is, a 1990 Chevy G20. Same as the old one. It was a 94 G20 though, and so this one's a little bit older, but it's actually in nicer shape. It's got a couple small touches of rust up around the drip rail, but that's it. Everything else is solid. So let's check the inside out. Now, first thing is these door seals are shot, and I actually tried to replace this one and did an awful job, and I'm hoping to I'm gonna have to buy new hinges in a year or two, so I'm hoping that I can get those soon and pay someone to put the hinges on and reseal the doors. All right, check out the inside. So in here, this bench seat came with the van, but it was not bolted to anything, and it was just kind of sitting sideways in the back. But it must be original because it matches the front seats. So what I did is I pulled it up forward and I mounted it here through the floor, and that gives me extra seating. My old van, I had 3 seats, 3 captain seats. I had one for me, my oldest son, and my youngest, and it worked out well, except for, you know, if I wanted to cart anybody else around. So this is more practical for where I'm at in my life right now, and I know that it just robs so much room out of where everybody else puts so many things in their van, but it is what it is. And it also converts down to a bed, so when we go camping I got extra sleeping room for the kids and stuff, so that's pretty cool. Let's see, carpet I robbed out of a old house that I used to own. Well, I didn't rob it, it was just a rug that I bought, and I cut it up and put it in here. It looks kind of cool. First and foremost, check that out, my diesel heater tank. So this is a new addition actually. I just put this in, and I don't like how it's mounted up. It's just kind of a temporary mount up so that I could get it running. So what I'm actually gonna do is since it's such a thin tank, is I'm gonna take it all off of there, and I'm gonna cut a little bit of that ledge out, and I'm gonna push it as far as I can in towards the window in the wall of the actual outside body of the van, and I'm gonna enclose it. And I'm hoping that I can find a way to put a fuel fill nozzle on the outside and enclose this on the inside, and what that will do is make it gas tank that is not inside of the vehicle. Did the wood paneling on the over the windows. I did the trim boards just from stuff, just pine that I stained and cleared. And I'm obviously no expert, so I just kind of, I didn't finish it off well. I'm not real proud of the finish of it, but you know, in the future I'll do more. I got a couple of little cup holders over there that are not mounted that I'm gonna mount somewhere, but they're pretty nice for you know, when I'm just relaxing in here. Down in here is all the wiring and stuff. Like I said, this is a temporary mount for this thing, so this is a mess. I just kind of stuffed the stuff back in there, but I mean, it's all wired, right? I added a ground wire to this fuel tank for static purposes, since it's not actually mounted to any of the steel bodywork. I recommend anybody who is installing one of these think about that. And back here, of course, I got the heater mounted right here on the floor, and you know, it's been here like a week and I'm real happy with it. It does really well. There's a lot of work putting it in, and I still got some stuff to clean up down here, you know, drill shavings and whatnot, but but like I say, I'm real happy with it so far. Okay. Back here, of course, my bed, and yeah, that's a lot of room that it takes up. It's a queen size mattress. It's a full size queen mattress from, you know, house. But this was new in my first van. Now it's in here, and it's super comfy, and it's great to have all that room. It's a super luxury that, you know, I don't know. I gotta have my sleep, so it's a necessity. So up front, I don't have my privacy curtains up, of course. Obviously, I don't have anything up. But what I do is I have these little clips, and I just put a blanket across from, you know, here to here, and then I also clip another blanket from here to back here. And you probably can't see with the light, but I have another one of these little clips just holding this light on for right now. Everything's temporary in here so far. All this interior was light gray. I used Duplicolor fabric spray paint, and you know, it came out okay, but I did the entire interior, you know, the walls and the ceiling, at least, none of the floor or the seats, but yeah, I spent a lot of money. What did I use? Close to 40 cans to do this whole thing. And I still got another can for touch-ups, and I still have to do some touch-ups. Up here is not that great, and up over here. I'm going to build a new shelving unit up here that will end up being my, you know, clothing, and I think I can get away with like clothing and stuff on one side, and then, you know, food storage or whatever like that on the other. Let's see. Little place where I keep my Chromebook thing, Pixel, I don't know what it is, just on a little piece of carpet here, which doesn't stay here because it blocks the cooling ports for my fridge or cooler, whatever. Dometic cooler, very nice, pulls very little wattage when it's running. I run it off of my Jackery all the time. It's really nice. See over here, cubby with cords in it, which are always a tangled mess because, you know, I just run stuff across the floor because I don't have anything actually wired in yet. It's coming though. I got big plans, man. Down here's a little lock box that I made. It's pretty cool. Sunglasses, because, you know, how can you see without them? The seats are original to this van, I think, but the base that they were sitting on was really sketch. I mean, they were swivel bases, but they just had all kinds of play in them, and they just didn't feel right, and it was hard to swivel them. So I had another set of swivel mounts from my first van that was actually in the second van that I pulled out and put in here in the third van. But these are super, super nice swivels. They have ball bearings in them, super smooth action. They're like the best. And the other ones were garbage. Door cards are all still off. They're painted, but I haven't put them back on yet. I'm gonna replace some switches. This window doesn't roll down, so I got to get in there. What I really want to do is remove all of the electric motors out of here and put hand cranks in it, because they don't fail. And I always like that stuff. If I could have found a van with a manual transmission, I would have bought that too. Yeah, because I prefer a manual transmission. Seats are comfy enough, though. They're not as plush as, some of them that I've had, but I like them, and they match the bench, which works out well. So, yeah. Door handles, like I said, are off, so they sit in there. It's a little unnerving sometimes, being like, if you're riding with me for the first time, you're like, how do I get out? Are you kidnapping? What are you doing? So, I like to leave them there. This van doesn't have an airbag, which is kind of concerning. I guess that is what it is. So, whatever. Now, this is something kind of weird. Since I replaced the swivel mounts, this seat here, I don't know if you can tell, doesn't actually sit directly in line with the steering wheel. So the steering wheel sits a little bit to the left of me. It's very Italian. It reminds me of an old Ferrari. So, not that I've ever driven one, but it's kind of a goofy little thing. But it works for me. It doesn't matter. I like it. This armrest is jank. It's all busted up. I gotta replace that. I'm gonna take it apart and see if I can rebuild it. Let's see. What else? Let's see. What do we got under here? Okay. Under here, my Jackery Explorer 500. Awesome battery that I've been living off of for the past year. It has come in so handy, and basically, allowed me to live in my van without, living like a, frontiersman or something. These are my blankets that I use for, my privacy blankets or whatnot. Under here I have my heater routed to come out there, which is pretty cool because, let's see. If you sit up here on this bench and you put a blanket over your legs, that heater will blow right into that blanket and it'll heat your feet and your legs so nice. I hate having cold feet, so it works well for me. Let's check out our garage now, huh? Oh, wait, a couple other things. Over here, like I say, door card's still missing. This is a bag from my dirty laundry, which is pretty cool. It's a World War II paratrooper leg bag. Back here I have a collapsible water carrier. It's 5 gallons, and I haven't used it yet, but I'm sure it will come in handy at some point in time. This van's pretty cool. It's got a cool sound to it. It's got cool exhaust. My son donated a cool Alien Workshop sticker and Husqvarna motorcycles because I think they're rad. Open her up back here. I have this, it's like cling, window cling, and it's totally blackout. Doesn't let any light through. It's nice. I like it a lot. There's a little bit around the edges that I didn't, I'm no pro, but that doesn't matter. Nobody can see in it. It's just fine. These door cards are actually still on. I painted them on the van, if you can't tell. and it wasn't the brightest plan, but yeah, whatever, it works. Back here into my bed, bed frame that I built, which is pretty sturdy. Down here we have my helmets, kids' helmets, my skateboard, their skateboards, their scooters. We spend a lot of time at the skate park. This is skate tool and all sorts of pads and stuff. This is my dresser drawers. I'm just using these big cardboard boxes for now. That one's got now that one's got all my pants and stuff in it. This one's t-shirts and light sweatshirts, and I got my other sweatshirts in the wash right now. Now, let's see. For bathroom situation right now, I'm lucky. I stay at my parents' a lot. I stay at their driveway a lot, so I use theirs. Before this COVID thing, public restrooms were always a good option, even though I think they're disgustingly gross. But there's always I'm learning how to use a tripod. It's fun. There's always another option too, though. When you're out in the wilderness, of course, it's easy out in the wilderness to pee. And then also I have this collapsible shovel. You can dig a hole. So I just carry TP, and if needed, then that's what I do, or plan to do. The shovel's still brand new. So yep, that's my new van. But also new to the LowRent VanLife, our new LowRent headquarters, and this is awesome. I've mentioned before that I just have too much stuff, too many hobbies, too many things going on that I cannot just pack it all into a van. I totally appreciate everyone that can, and that is so rad, but unfortunately I just the projects that I do and the things that I like require just a little bit more space. So this is awesome, and I'm gonna have to grab my flashlight because I don't think there will be enough light in here. And what do you know, it's in my pocket already. All right, so come on in. This is the LowRent headquarters for right now, and this is where I'm storing everything that I'm holding for this van. And I have a lot, so I got big plans. After I purchased the van, I purchased tons of stuff to put on it, and like the heater that I just installed, but so much more. Summertime, for the last few months, I had these awesome wheels on it. They're 17-inch Vision rally wheels, are replicas of like a 1968 or late 60s GM rally wheel. They're just a little bigger and shiny. I don't know. I also got the top hats that go on them, but I took them off for winter because they salt the roads around here, and it'll rust them, and I don't want that to happen. Over here I got a couple of my motorcycles, man. Cool old vintage bikes. The old Husqvarna XC430. That's a bad mofo. And my little scoot, my CT90, which motor's out being rebuilt right now. Yeah, by me. Like I say, too many projects, too much going on, blah, blah, blah. For the van, I have some cool roof racks. Yeah, there's my blackout curtains and mosquito netting I'm going to put up. Big old solar panels for the roof. And yeah, this is my solar setup. I started working on it and noticed, of course, couple parts I didn't order. So I gotta order up a few things and then put that together and she'll go in. I already know the layout of it. It should go nice and easy once I get the couple extra things that I need. Nightlight control panel. That'll be really cool. It's got USB and DC port, voltage meter. Super cool. 2000 watt pure sine inverter, solar charge controller, and then my Battleborn battery. So this is going to be interesting. I'm using a 24 volt system instead of a 12. So hopefully that works out for me. In this cabinet, I have all manner of things that are going to go into the van as well. Yeah. A fish poacher? B, what are you putting a fish poacher in for? This is going to be my sink. You know, that'll work well, I think. I'm going to, you know, put a little drain on it and mount it over by where I have my heater at. Gray water tank, fresh water tank. This is my max air fan. This is going to be my security system for the van. It's going to be really cool. 5 camera setup. It has it'll connect to my cell phone. I can monitor it from anywhere. It has 2-way radio. They're just cool as hell. Night vision, programmable for different zones and stuff. Just super cool. This here is cool. I'll tell you about that in a minute. Yes, Detroit locker. So yeah, that's gonna be rad. But I am not gonna put that in. That's a little above me. So got to get the cash together to have that installed. Let's see. I got some, you know, tune-up parts up here. So I got some tune-up parts up here. You know, spark plugs and wires and, you know, cap, rotor, all that fun stuff. And then in here, I have bought 2 of these LED light packages that have. So all in all, I'm going to have 4 of these small square lights, which will be, you know, 2 mounted on each side of the van, and then there will be 2 of these bars that will be mounted front and back. You know, they're not, you know, 8-foot light bars or anything, but I think that they'll be more than enough of what I need. So that'll be fantastic. No big deal there. What else do we got going on in here? You know, stuff to do the brakes. And okay, so this is really, really cool. Check this out. Boom. WineGuard 4G LTE plus Wi-Fi extender. So this is going to go up on the roof of my van. And what it does is it's a Wi-Fi extender, number 1, but it's also got its own SIM card that goes in it that will attach to my phone plan. And so my van will have its own Wi-Fi network. So that's going to be pretty rad, I think. And that's actually what's going to allow me to power my camera system, because without a Wi-Fi network, you can't use a camera system. I don't know if I got anything else going on with the van other than that. So I'm going to be busy as hell trying to get all this done here. Oh yeah, the other thing, I have a 3-bar mount high top ladder rack. So that's gonna be what I mount my solar panels and my roof rack to. The roof rack's actually gonna sit underneath of the solar panels, and I got a really cool design worked out for that. It's gonna be interesting to see if I can pull it off. But all right, man, and women, and people, and everybody, Martians. That's pretty much it for today. Trying to make progress on this thing as I can, and I think I'm not doing too bad. So the important thing was getting that heater in before it got cold. We had a few nice days here, and so I got that done. But now I think that I'm gonna work on a few things here in the shed, clean it up and organize in a bit, and that's gonna be my day. Thanks for checking out my video, and hopefully I'll make another one. You can check that out in the future. All right, take care.